What's going on, people? Welcome to Unit Martial Arts. My name is Mark.
My name's Sam.
And this is your Technique Tuesday for this week. Today we'll be talking about the #1 mistake that we find in Filipino martial arts, what that entails, how to correct it, and how to go on about your training. Alright, so the #1 mistake a lot of Filipino martial artists make is that they seem to neglect that this is a counter-offensive martial art. Okay, so what that means basically is that I need to move first. I can't be the one receiving all the time. Odds are I'm going to get hit and I won't be able to apply what I've been training all the time. So we're going to take the technique very, very simple. This is what we call an angle 1. Now traditionally it would look like this. He would swing, I would implement the same technique, meet him halfway, create a reference point, okay? And then start my flow from here, whether it be a disarm, a counter strike, a throw, whatever it might be. Here's the problem. If Guru Samurai really wanted to strike someone with full intent, our strike wouldn't look like this. It would look like this. Now that's really difficult to stop. Even if you had the timing down that you can even get your weapon behind it, odds are with the force that I've generated and the torque in my twist, you won't be able to stop it and create that reference point. So when we talk about counter-offensive and I talk about going first, if I need to create this reference point and my strike is the same motion as his block, or his strike is the same motion as my block, that just means I need to strike first. If I strike and the stick doesn't come up, sucks for him. Okay? My stick's going to create contact. Now, I can decide how fast or how slow, how strong or how weak this angle 1's going to be. All Guru Sam can choose is whether he wants to block it or not. Okay, so his block is going to have the same amount of power, and it's just either there or it's not. My strike can either be really fast and hard, or it can be really slow and soft, or a combination of the 4. So now, when I move first, I make his block come up, and then from here now, I create a reference point in which I can work more realistically, I can work more effectively, and I'm going to get it every single time. And if not, then that just puts me in a better position because I already landed 1 strike. From the other side, okay, now in Filipino martial arts, I believe that there are only 2 motions that are possible when you're dealing with a weapon, or in any sort of scenario with a partner, or opponent in this case. A, you can jam, which means that I'm not going to allow my opponent to have full motion. Whether it's a strike, whether it's a block, I need to make sure that I beat them to the punch and that I'm inside first. So as I strike, I jam. Now notice Guru Sam's arm isn't fully extended. He doesn't have a step on me. He's just trying to recover. This is going to allow me to get inside here in between his arms and allow me to enter inside and do as I please. Okay, from the other side. I swing first. Again, that allows me to come inside here. At any point, I can grab whatever I want. Because again, his objective is to block. It's to get his stick in front of mine, regardless of how strong, how fast, or how weak my strike can be. Now the second motion of Filipino martial arts that we can do is called a pass. So if we take angle 1 and we move on to angle 2, it's coming from the opposite side. I still need to move first, but that puts me in a position where I can pass it. This move is called a parry, which you may already know. And basically all I'm doing is redirecting where he's going. Okay? So I move, pass it down. From here, I can start my motion. Okay, from the other side. I give my angle 2 first. I pass it off. From here, I can start whatever it is I want. Okay? So me being counter-offensive, that allows me to be in control and have a little bit more of a chance to apply what I've been training in Filipino martial arts. If I cannot create this reference point, angle 1 please. If I cannot create this reference point on my will, then I'm subject to listening to whatever Guru Sam wants me to do. And that means that if it's just plain old simple that he wants to hit me, all I can do is step back, strike him. Okay, and that leaves it to a 50-50, and that's not what I want. Okay, that will take away a lot of what the art teaches you. Now that's not to say that you can't create distance and leave it to striking when it comes to Filipino martial arts, and you cannot be effective that way. But that's for another time and place. What we're trying to accomplish here is to be counteroffensive and to be in a position to detain or to disarm. All right, so that's the number one mistake in Filipino martial arts that I find personally happens way too often. A lot of people playing around in the 50-50 zone. You want to remember that when you train, you want to also practice implementing the practicality of the art itself. Otherwise, all the disarms, all the flowing drills will never come into fruition because you will never have the opportunity to apply it on someone who's striking you first. Now, a lot of people don't carry around necessarily a blade this big, not even maybe a baton this big, but when it comes down to law enforcement, when it comes down to collapsible batons, now you're able to apply it, and now you're able to make this situation work in your favor. Especially if Guro-san is just a stranger that wants to inflict damage on me, he's going to be swinging with reckless intent, and he's not even going to be swinging in a controlled manner. Okay? He does not have, per se, the training that I would, but he is able to pick up a weapon just like anybody else, and he's able to swing it with all of his might. So rather than me trying to block that, I want him to block my weapon. I want him to recover and be in a position where he has to listen to me. So that is your Technique Tuesday for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are able to apply your Filipino martial arts in more of a counter-offensive way. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you comment below if you want to see any more about Filipino martial arts. Until next time, peace out.